Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And we have received the free-to-play gear teaser for next month. And it looks, pretty telling, but at the same time, I don't actually know yet. So here we go. We have this free-to-play gear. We've got a little kind of bat symbol going on. This, I assume, is a gauntlet. So like a fist or something, and then we have a cape, which if there's bats, it leads me to really only one conclusion. I mean, the only logical conclusion is another Lumi, or something based on Lumi herself. So we know that the next live stream is coming in 41 hours, and it does have Rimru's VA here, but it's also going to have a tie-in to, I know you can't really see it right here, but the tie-in to the next OVA that's airing soon, either next month or November. I can't remember when it actually airs, but it will have a tie-in to that OVA series and our game. So because of the cover of that was, Valentine and Violet, so Slime OVA, and we go to images, and it is... Well, yeah, it's this image, essentially. So we've got Violet and Valentine. If Valentine is going to be a key part in this OVA, and we're going to get gear that looks like... Why did I just close that? If we get gear that looks like related to Valentine, it would make sense that we'll maybe see another Valentine. But with Rimru's VA being here, why did I make this in two separate tabs? Like, why did I do that? Two separate tabs, whatever. So we do this, right? No, wrong side. God, I'm just losing my mind today. So, Vampire Gear, Lumi. We do have Rimru's VA here, so maybe we get another free-to-play Rimuru in this like little vampire garb, Vampire Rimuru. I could definitely see that happening, especially since, she's here, right? So, what does that mean as far as the meta? Halloween. Probably. It is October. The last time we got Halloween-themed units was, in June of last year. We've got Trainee, and then we got Gabiru and Diablo, who were very much themed that way, but they weren't actually released in October. And these units, I mean, personally, I did not much care for this meta. Diablo doesn't see really any use here nowadays. Trainee is still really, really good, because there's a lot of Blue Fox teams, some wind units that can get that wind buff, but more importantly, rushing EX ults using just her skill is invaluable, alongside having her get protection gauge for the first 3 turns makes her a fantastic support unit. So she is very good. And then Dino. Dino is Dino, I guess. a pure debuffing unit. Not really that great in today's game, but it is what it is. Some sweaty tryhards did find a use for him in Jubilee, this latest one that's currently going on still. So, I mean, good on him for being useful somewhere. But we don't really have a lot of Halloween-focused units, and if we take a look at Diablo, he's on Primal Demon and Tempest Elite. And let's take a look at, this Lumi. So, Octagram Demon Lord. I don't think she'll be on Summer Memories or Goddess of Destiny, this new Lumi. What is this Lumi on? Demon Lord, Warrior's Mind, Fount of Wisdom. Maybe Fount of Wisdom. What's Earth Lumi on? She's on 10 Great Demon Lords, not Octagram, but 10 Great Demon Lord and Commander. So there are a few different categories they could go and buff. With Violet, I mean, also having a presence, not entirely sure where they're gonna go. But if we do get another Lumi, that's our 3rd EX Lumi. We don't have an EX Xion. We don't have a battle unit EX Diablo at all. We've never gotten another Gazel or another Ranga or a bunch of other units. What, Benny Mario's last unit was Fire 2.0, right? Because yeah, we don't have a Benny Mario at all. There are a number of units that we are just not getting new versions of. And I know it's because, big boobs make money. who'da thunk that Trainee in a swimsuit with that pose, and then Shizu with her one piece would be hot as hell, and people are like, oh, yeah, I need that. People don't want to summon for a Ranga that's, you know, in his little, like, weird one-piece outfit, or a Gazel that's in a, you know, a bikini, a banana hammock. I get it. It'd be a funny joke, but they don't make the big bucks, okay? So we've been limited to Millim's, Valentine's, Hinata's, you know, Shizu's, Rimuru because, you know, he's the main character. Violet is a fan favorite. We just finally got our first battle unit Veldora in almost a year, right? So, I mean, finally he got one. Too bad he's only useful in like 2 teams, but, you know, hey, we got one. There are a bunch of units that can get new versions. Soe is treated terribly in this game, because his Earth unit was pretty meh, and then his free-to-play Protector was trash. So, congrats, Soe, you're doing real well for yourself. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could be going on here, but at the same time, what do we expect? The game wants to make money. How do you make money? By pandering to the characters that the majority of the population likes, which are mainly the waifus. Sorry, we're going to be a little bit sexist there, but sex sells, okay? Get over it. So Valentine, Violet. Do we see a Valentine and a Violet and a free-to-play Rimuru? Potentially. Highly likely, I would say. Do we see a Xion or a Diablo? I don't actually know. The fact that we haven't got a Xion, you know, 8 months into EX metas makes me highly think that she's coming for the anniversary, which will begin on either the 13th or the 27th. One of these 2 days, because we do have the general pool update starting here, which then gives us, you know, 2 weeks and change, because the live stream is on Wednesday, the meta will change on Thursday the 28th, and then, you know, either the update happens the 12th or the 13th, and I'm not entirely sure when, but 2 weeks for this meta. Whether it's a short meta, or whether they treat it like how they treated the 1.5 anniversary, where the first half of it just started, quote-unquote, early, right here, but it was still the World of Fantasy meta. So we got Millim and Frey on the 28th of March, and then we went 2 weeks, and then we got Shizu and the Hero, which were branded part 1 of the 1.5 anniversary, but they came 2 weeks later, and then we actually had the real 1.5 anniversary with the Warriors Mind meta. We could see something like this happen for the 2-year anniversary, where we get a banner on the 28th, and then we hear nothing until the 12th, and then we get a double banner, which will then take us another 2 weeks, and then the meta for the 2-year anniversary, like the full quote-unquote meta, will begin on the 27th down here. I think that is now very, very likely. So, I caution people when they see this. We are literally a month and 2 days away from the true 2-year anniversary mark, the 27th of October. It is currently the 25th of September. I mean, I know this current meta with Raphael and Velzard was really, really good, and it will clear pretty much any fight in the game. And that is very hard to argue against when people ask me, should you summon? And it's like, I mean, for Rimuru and Velzard, yes. For, you know, Shuna and Veldora, no. You don't need those units. But these 2 units by themselves will pretty much change the game. But going into this next upcoming half meta, full meta plus anniversary, I don't really know how they're going to do it. I would really caution people against it, because Millim and Frey are really good. Shizu and Hero are limited. They do have specific uses, right? Shizu is a really good AoE nuker for Jubilee, but these 2 are definitely not as impactful as I would think Frey and Millim are, or at the very minimum, Frey being the protector. Millim, you can replace her. Frey, though, is the linchpin, since it's a protector, and protectors are the linchpins of any teams. This just has more value. So, if we get, you know, if we transplant this down to here, and be like, all right, so the first week is going to be the Protector and this, and the Protector ends up being really good. I don't know what they're going to do. And then they go 2 weeks and we hear this, and it's like, you don't really fall in love with these guys, then I would just wait. I would just wait for the actual start of the 2-year anniversary and be like, all right, yeah, this is good. Guy is really good. Velzard and Valentine, The specific uses, yes. Violet is really good, and Rimuru is very specific. So there are, if it follows this, there are 1, 2, 3 major units that people, if they were lucky, are getting a lot of value out of, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units that are kind of decently okay, but very much situationally useful. So that's why I really think you should conserve your crystals, because you pull the Protector first multi, you stop. I don't care. Oh my god, I don't get the boost. I don't really fucking care. You need to save for what actually comes during this triple featured banner and the banners that come after it, because they have proven that they are quite useful. Like, look at the anniversary, the actual anniversary, right here. Milim and Veldora, still highly useful. Rimuru, Shinsha, and Diablo, fallen off. If we look at the half meta, Milim and the Masked Hero, still really good. Veldora kind of fell off. Carrion can be useful. Diablo and Rimuru are a fucking joke. So, yeah, you really want to save and really see what the entirety of this 2-year anniversary, no matter how many banners there are, what the banners have as far as value, and long-term value is what I'm looking for. So, we have the gear teaser, we have the bat kind of theme, I expect a Valentine, I expect most likely a free-to-play Rimuru, but, I'm welcome to hear what your comments are. We have 2 days until this happens. This happens on Wednesday at 4 a.m. my time. I will be live in my Discord doing live Google translations, because that's always hilarious. That's always funny. And yeah, it'll be 4 a.m. Joker, and I'll have no idea what's going on half the time. So if you want to join me for that, feel free. But let me know your thoughts on this gear teaser. Who do you think is it going to be? What are the other units going to look like? And what is your outlook for the 2-year anniversary? Like, are you excited? Are you not excited? Do you give a shit? Let me know. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.